So after a lot of testing, I've found a new triple mining setup for GPU mining that I believe is the most profitable triple mining setup currently. And it is pretty much exactly the same profitability as mining 𝗧𝗏𝗡𝗥, which is currently listed as the most profitable coin to mine. So this is as profitable as the most profitable coin, but it has a few advantages. For example, you're obviously stacking 3 different coins instead of just 1 with this triple mining setup, which is great for those of you who might want to build a diverse portfolio of coins. And as opposed to 𝗧𝗏𝗡𝗥 mining, this triple mining setup is compatible with unminable, which means you could get your mining rewards paid out in any of the 80 different coins they support, which is great for those of you who might want to stack loads of different coins, or for those of you who just want to build a massive bag of something like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, or even Ethereum for the next potential bull market. So in this video, I'm going to show you the whole process of getting it all set up in both Windows and HiveOS. And I'm also going to show you my hash rate, power consumption, and overclock settings. Although if you want to learn more in depth about how triple mining actually works and how to find the perfect overclock settings for your GPUs, I suggest you watch my introduction video about triple mining. Link to that will be down in the video description. And of course, we're also going to look at profitability for this new triple mining setup in this video. But just so that your expectations are correct, this is not super profitable. As a matter of fact, no form of GPU mining is super profitable right now. This triple mining setup is just about break even if you have a somewhat decent residential power rate, and that's about as good as it gets right now. However, I don't believe any of you who are GPU mining right now are doing so to cash out your profits now at these super low coin prices. You're probably doing it to stack as much coins as you can for the future. And when doing so, you obviously want to make sure you're mining whatever is most profitable in order to maximize the amount of coins you can stack each day. And that is why I'm making this video. So let's get right into all of that. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. CoinLedger is a crypto and NFT tax software built to save you time and help maximize your tax refund. Thankfully, CoinLedger has made the process of doing this super easy. All you have to do is sign up for an account and link your crypto wallets. That's it. What CoinLedger then does is it looks at the transaction data of those wallets and uses that to automatically generate a tax report for you in your country's local currency. You can then take this report and export it into any tax filing software like TurboTax or TaxAct, or you can send it off directly to an accountant. Best part is that if you use my link in the description below, you can sign up and use CoinLedger entirely for free. And once you're happy with the reports and are ready to export, you can save 10% by using my discount code 𝗧𝗏. So make sure you click on that link in the video description below for more details. Alright, so the 3 coins we're going to be mining today in this triple mining setup are ERGO, ALEPHIUM, and ZILLIQA. And I thought let's start by having a look at how to get it set up in Windows, then we'll look at HiveOS, and then finally we'll look at profitability and overclocking. So we're over here on the computer, and the very first thing you need to do is download the miner. And I'm over here on the official 𝗧rb_miner GitHub page. You're gonna have to find this yourself and make sure you're on the actual official 𝗧rb_miner GitHub page and not on some imposter website or a fake. Now, to download a miner in Windows, just come on the page here, go to releases, and then scroll down a little bit. You see the latest release here. Find the version that has win64.zip in the file name, then just right click and save link as. Now, you're gonna have to save that into a folder that you have set an exemption for in your Windows Defender, as well as any potential antivirus software you might have, because mining software is pretty much always gonna be falsely flagged as malware in Windows. Now, of course, you do set those exemptions at your own risk. So when you've done that, you will get this little zip file downloaded into that folder. Then just unzip it and you will be met by these files. Now, as you can tell, I'm on a Mac because I record my videos on a Mac. So I didn't have access to a Windows PC, but it doesn't matter. You'll be able to figure out how to do it just from what I'm about to show you. So unzip the 𝗧rb_miner file. Then you're gonna scroll down and you're gonna find a file called start mining ergo and alephim.bat. You're gonna right click on that and then choose something like open with Notepad or edit with Notepad. but for me it's going to be a little different because I'm on a Mac. So here we go, and you're going to be met by a file that looks something like this, except I've changed a few things here. So to start, the first thing you're going to have to do is also enable 𝗧𝗦𝗥 mining, because per default this little template file only does ERGO and ALEPHIUM. So you're going to have to add the third coin, which is 𝗧𝗦𝗥, and you do that by typing --zil enable like this, then your ZIL pool like this. I've chosen Crazy Pool. It's worked fine for me, so you can see how to enter that pool there. And then you just enter your ZIL wallet like this. So obviously you'd replace this with whatever your 𝗧𝗦𝗥 wallet address is, and then dot, or rather a period, and then whatever you want your mining rig's worker name to be on the pool dashboard. Then you can also add your overclocking settings here, following this syntax that I've got here. GPU clock, GPU offset, so core offset, and then your memory clock. And if you got multiple GPUs where you want to do different overclock settings, you can just separate them by a comma. So like that, for example, that would give the first GPU in the list a GPU core clock of 1425 and the second one 1350. There you go. Now I'm going to show you how to get the rest of these coins set up to dual mine on Unmineable, because that's how this works. You dual mine 2 coins for most of the time, and then for a few minutes every hour or 2, the miner is going to switch over to mine 𝗧𝗦𝗥 during that 𝗧𝗦𝗥 round. So to mine ERGO and ALEPHIUM on Unmineable, it's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. And if you want to do it on a regular pool to actually just stack ERGO and ALEPHIUM, it's even easier. But what you want to do is come to the Unmineable website, and here if you just click on the coins page, or just up here in the top right, you can see all of the different coins you can get paid out from Unmineable. And then you're just going to click on whatever coin you want. I'm going to go with Bitcoin for this example here. So click on Bitcoin, and then up here you're going to pick the first coin that you're actually mining. So you're mining 1 coin, but you're getting paid out, or rather you're mining 2 different coins and you're getting paid out in 1 coin, which is a different coin. So pick the coin you're mining, which is ERGO to start. And the mining algorithm for ERGO is 𝗤𝗏𝗏𝗏. So just click on that. You might have to scroll sideways here to find it. And then just come down, and we're just going to copy the global mining pool server here, server address rather. But you also need this port number. And if you want to copy it all in once, you can just click on the port here, and it will copy all of it. And then we can just go back to our bat file here. And as you can see, I've already pasted it in, but that is what you'll get. Then you need to enter your wallet address, and this is for the coin you want to be paid out in. So in our case now, this is going to be Bitcoin. So what you're going to do is you're going to follow this syntax or whatever. So basically the asset symbol for whatever coin you want to be paid out in, the wallet address for your wallet address for that coin, then a period and your worker name. And then if you do add #SEB at the end of your worker name, you will save 25% on Unminable's pool fee. So the way this would work is just copy all of this in like this, and then we would just paste that in like this, and obviously replace the address with whatever your wallet address might be there. And then worker name can be whatever you want, my mining rig 2. Then same exact thing for ALEPHIUM. We just need to go up here, scroll to the side until we find Blake 3, which is the ALEPHIUM mining algorithm, and then find the Unmineable global server address and port here. So again, click to copy, and then just paste that here. for your pool and port address. And then again, same syntax for your payout wallet. So that would be pasted in like this. And then again, you would just copy your Bitcoin or whatever coin you want to be paid out in address here. Now, if you want to be paid in a coin other than Bitcoin, you would just, at the start of this, back when we're on this page, select a different coin. For example, maybe you want to be paid out in, I don't know, something goofy, ApeCoin. That sounds goofy. And then instead of BTC, you would just put Ape like that in the beginning of your wallet address. And of course, you would need to then also replace this with your actual ApeCoin wallet address. So that is how to get it set up in Windows. Then you're just going to save this bat file as it is, and then go back to your folder, and you're gonna right-click on this bat file and hit Run as Administrator, and you should be good to go up and, triple mining Alephium, ERGO, and ZILLIQA. You'll be mining your ZILLIQA through Crazy Pool and getting that paid out in ZILLIQA, but your ERGO and Alephium will be mined through Unmineable and getting paid out in whatever coin you chose on the Unmineable website. For me, that would be, well, I guess I'd get the ERGO part of the mining paid out to me in Bitcoin, but I get the Alephium part of the mining paid out in ApeCoin. All right, that's the Windows setup. Now let's move on to HiveOS. So in your HiveOS, you just come over to Flight Sheets and hit Add Flight Sheet. Now the first coin we're gonna choose here is ERGO, and then we're gonna add a new wallet if we're gonna do this through Unmineable. So we're actually going to add an ERGO wallet that is gonna be our, well, whatever coin wallet that we wanna get paid out in. So if we wanna be paid out through Unmineable in, let's say, Bitcoin, what we do is we'd come to the Unmineable website, go to the coin page. It's usually by clicking the top right corner there, and find the coin you want to be paid in. So let's say it's Bitcoin. And then all we need to do is basically just figure out the syntax here, which is BTC : and then your Bitcoin address. So if we want to be paid out in Bitcoin through Unmineable, we're just going to put BTC : and then whatever our Bitcoin address is. I'm going to name this one Unmineable ERGO to BTC. Hit Create. And then for pool, I'm going to select Configure in Miner. And then in our miner here, I'm going to scroll down until I find SRB Miner Multi. Then we're going to pick our dual coin here, which is going to be Alephium. And then basically the same process here, add a new wallet for Alephium. And the address is again going to be whatever coin I want to be paid out in. So BTC : because I want to be paid out in BTC. And then again, whatever my BTC address would be. And I'd name this one again, Unmineable ALF to BTC. Oops. There we go. Of course, you can name it whatever you want, but this is how I name them. Hit Create, and then again, pool, I'm gonna say Configure in Miner. Now, we're gonna set this up a bit further because it's not actually done yet. So we need to click on Set Up Miner Config up here in HiveOS. And then on this very first page, in the wallet field here, we're gonna hover over the little I and just hit this %sign wall thing. And then for the worker name, we're going to do the same thing, hover over the I and do the worker name thing. But then at the end of that, we're going to put hashtag #SEB. And that is going to save you 25% off of Unminable's pool fee, which is pretty sweet. Then for the pool server and port here, we're gonna come back to Unminable's website, and then we're gonna find the 𝗤𝗏𝗏𝗏 algorithm here. And then we're just gonna scroll down and we're gonna find the pool server address here. and as well as our port. So we're just gonna click on the ports here and it will copy the whole thing for us. And then we are just gonna paste that in as such. Password, you don't really need it. You can just put a lowercase x. Then before we get into our little extra configs that we need to do here, we're gonna set our second coin up, because even though we just filled all of this in, for some reason HiveOS doesn't pick that up. So again, we're gonna have to manually select our hashing algorithm here. So go to _Blake3_Alephium, then do the same process here of your wallet and worker name. Remember to add #seb at the end of your worker name, and then for the pool server and port, come back to the Unmineable website again, find Blake3 in the list here, and then just scroll down, find the server pool address and port, click to copy, and then paste that in here. And then for our password, you just put an X. Now there are some configs that you're gonna have to put in here, and I'm just gonna paste them all in at once, and then we'll go through what each of them does. So here we go. First thing here is gonna be our overclock settings. So your core clock, your core offset, and your memory clock. Now this is the locked memory clock setting, not the memory clock offset. And if you have multiple GPUs that you want to give different overclock settings, you can just separate that by, you know, a comma like that. And now the first GPU would get the overclock setting or the core clock setting of 1425, and the second one would get a core clock setting of 1315, and so on. Now, we also need to enable 𝗧-𝗦𝗥 mining, which you do with this little parameter here, 𝗧-enable. We then need to set our 𝗧-𝗦𝗥 mining pool, which I've set to crazy pool because that's worked great for me with this setup. And then finally our 𝗧-𝗦𝗥 wallet. Now, 𝗧-𝗦𝗥 you cannot mine through Unmineable. However, you will have to get that paid in 𝗧-𝗦𝗥 basically. So, but it is still worth it because it does at current profitability give you another about 5 cents per day, basically for free of mining profit. So definitely worth doing. So just enter your 𝗧-𝗦𝗥 wallet address like that, and then a period, and then this same worker name setup that you have up here, you can actually just paste down here, but you of course don't need to put #seb because that would do nothing. But this is the whole flight sheet setup for triple mining ERGO, ALEPHIUM, and 𝗧-𝗦𝗥 in HiveOS. So then we would just hit apply changes. One thing I did forget to mention is you might want to update your HiveOS before doing this so that you have the latest version of SRB Miner installed. But other than that, just name your flight sheet, hit create flight sheet, and then apply it to your worker, and you should be up and mining, triple mining ERGO, ALEPHIUM, and 𝗧-𝗦𝗥. Now, we're gonna have a look at the profitability for this whole setup. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. Unmineable is a service that lets you mine like normal on your GPU or ASIC rigs, but be paid out in over 70 different cryptos, most of which are, well, unmineable. This is a great service for those of you who might want to build a diverse crypto portfolio without having to go through the hassle of giving away your personal information, paying exchange fees, and triggering taxable events when buying coins. Thanks to Unmineable, you also don't have to make the choice between mining the most profitable coin and mining the coin that you actually want to hold long term. For example, my Jazz miner is the only rig in my farm that's been consistently profitable since the ETH merge. However, it mines Ethereum Classic, which isn't really a coin that I'm too keen on holding personally. But with Unmineable, I can keep that same level of mining profitability, but be paid in different coins I actually do want to hold, like maybe Dogecoin or Flux or Bitcoin. Also, make sure you add #seb to the end of your worker name to get a 25% discount on their fee. You do this in your miner batch file on Windows or in setup miner config in your HiveOS flight sheet. So, check out Unmineable through the link in the video description and get started today. Okay, so let's look at profitability and overclock settings for this new triple mining setup. Now, I'm gonna start by saying sorry. I know this is probably a bit tough to read all of this if you're watching this video on a phone or something. I will link this spreadsheet down in the video description for those of you who are interested. But yeah, basically here you can see all of the testing that I've done. Well, this is actually all the testing that I've done for loads of different coin combinations. But the most profitable triple mining one I've found so far, at least, is ERGO and ALEPHIUM. And I've tested quite a few different combinations now. So what is the actual profitability? Well, it of course depends on what your power rate is, you know, where you're mining. But what I can tell you is that this setup makes just under 11 cents per kilowatt hour of power you feed it, basically. So basically what that means is if you pay 11 cents per kilowatt hour, you are at break even zero in terms of your profit. So if you're paying more than that, you're a bit negative in terms of profit, and if you're paying less than that, you do actually make a little bit of profit. So to sort of show you what I mean, let me just hide a few of these columns here. There we go. Now we got all on screen. So what I've entered here is my power price of 13 cents per kilowatt hour. And you can see the best result I got was with this overclock setting. So 1425 on the core clock, core offset of 390, and locked memory clock at 5001. These are my hash rates for ERGO and ALEPHIUM and the total power draw. Now, the profit for me would be about, well, negative 6.5 cents per day. However, if you are at 10 cents per kilowatt hour, you would be making about 1.6 cents in profit per day. And that is basically as good as it gets. As I said before, the break even is at about 10.6 cents. You're making about 10.6 cents per kilowatt hour. And if we go to hashrate.no here, we can see that the most profitable coin, you know, this is all with my 𝗨𝗡𝗧𝗦, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is all for my 𝗨𝗡𝗧𝗦, which I use for testing. And with a 𝗨𝗡𝗧𝗦, according to hashrate.no, the most profitable coin to mine would be 𝗨𝗡𝗥. And that also brings in, well, it says 11 cents per kilowatt hour, which, you know, this is obviously rounded up or down, we don't know, but it's rounded to, you know, full cents, which 10.6 cents per kilowatt hour rounded would be 11 cents per kilowatt hour. So as profitable as mining 𝗨𝗥, just with the advantages I already said of being able to do it through unmineable if you want to stack something other than, I guess, 𝗨𝗥, or, you know, being able to stack 3 different coins if you want to do that too. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Give the video one of these if you enjoyed it. And over there on the right side of your screen are some other mining videos that you can check out. So thank you. I'll see you there.